Welcome to The Explainer. So, today we're going to unpack a really fascinating sports paradox. How can a team have a losing season, but somehow it feels like a massive win? Well, we're talking about the Atlanta Falcons, and you're going to want to hear about the dramatic end to their season.
I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, right? But believe me, the Atlanta Falcons' recent performance is the perfect example of this. So let's dive right into the details of what was truly a roller coaster finish to their season.
Okay, so first up, a nail biter on Monday. This was a thrilling end to a three-game surge, and everything really kicked into high gear with this climactic finish on Monday Night Football. Just look at that final score, 27-24. I mean, talk about a razor-thin margin. The Falcons just barely edged out the Los Angeles Rams. And boy, was it a tense finish. They had built up this pretty comfortable lead and then almost let it slip away. But they managed to hang on for a really crucial win. And get this victory wasn't just a one-off. Nope, it was their third win in a row. That's a clear sign, a sign that this team was building some serious momentum right when it mattered at the very end of the season. All right, next section. Bijan's historic performance, a rookie making his mark. And seriously, if you're asking why the sudden surge, well, you don't have to look much further than their sensational rookie running back, Bijan Robinson. Sometimes one simple word just captures it all. Reuters straight up said, Bijan Robinson was amazing. And yeah, that's a great word for it. But to really understand what amazing looks like on the field, we got to look at the numbers and the absolutely game-changing plays he was making. Okay, check this out. This is the perfect example of his game-breaking ability, a massive 93-yard touchdown run. Can you even imagine? A play like that it completely electrifies the stadium and shifts the entire energy of the game in an instant. But his impact, it goes way, way beyond just one spectacular play. We're talking about this guy making franchise history as a rookie. So what did he do? He officially broke the Falcons' single-season record for scrimmage yards. Now, for anyone who's not sure, scrimmage yards are basically the total yards a player gets from both rushing, running the ball, and receiving, catching a pass. It's pretty much the ultimate measure of an offensive weapon's total contribution. And for a rookie to do that, that is a huge achievement. Okay, so that brings us to our next section, a bittersweet season. Let's put these wins in context. It's time to pull back, look at the bigger picture, and see how this late success stacks up against the entire season. Because, well, that's where the story gets a little complicated. So yeah, on one hand, you've got this team ending the season just firing on all cylinders. They're building momentum. But how does that late surge really look when you put it up against the backdrop of the entire season? Well, here's the reality check. Their 2025 season record, 7 wins and 9 losses. So yeah, despite that incredible, strong finish, it's a losing season overall. No way around it. And what does a 7-9 record mean? It means that even with all the excitement, even with those historic performances, the Falcons season is officially over. They're out of the playoffs. End of the road for this year. So what's next for the Falcons? Let's look ahead to the offseason. Because naturally, as soon as the games are finished, the conversation in Atlanta is already shifting. It's moving from the field to the front office, and everyone is asking, what happens now? And one of the biggest, most interesting pieces of chatter swirling around right now involves a very, very familiar face, a true franchise legend. We're talking about former star quarterback Matt Ryan. Now, hold on, let's be super clear here. He's not talking about putting the helmet back on. No comeback tour. The reports are saying he's discussed a potential role in the team's front office. Bringing all that experience and leadership back to the organization, but in a totally new way. Of course, the whole Matt Ryan thing is just one piece of the offseason puzzle. The real questions, the stuff fans are really talking about, revolve around building on this momentum. Things like, can they finally bolster a defense that was pretty inconsistent all year? And how are they going to use the draft to get even more weapons to put around their new star rookie? And really, this is what it all boils down to. On one side, you've got a record-breaking rookie star and a 3-game winning streak to close things out. Awesome, right? But on the other side, you've got a losing record. So the big million-dollar question for the team and its fans is, what does it all mean? Is this a genuine turning point, the start of something new for Atlanta? Or was it just a brief, exciting flash in the pan before another rebuild? I guess we'll all have to wait and see what the offseason brings.